MotoGP Rookies Cup.
And over to the commentary team of Matt Dunn and Peter Clifford.
A number of them back next year. Some naturally move on, like you know, Brian does, of course, and some we have to say, you know, I'm sorry, there isn't PRATAMA. He takes up his position in the middle of the front row of the grid. Of course, you know, he's a star, isn't he, already? And he's old enough. He's finishing in the top 3 of the Rookies Cup, so that gets the to the Moto 3 grid as well.
Rookies Cup, even in just their first year, potentially put them well. Certain riders will definitely be saying that he came together with Beñat Fernandez yesterday.
He had a superb ride. He completed.
Good luck message from Kevin Schwantz himself yesterday, which I said.
Third places. He's only 16, so mindset going into the last race.
And exactly, if there's anything like that, you know, the hard work.
And yeah, and one of the things that they can, of course, change between the internal ratios on the Rookies Cup bike, it can change the overall gearing. And Brian said that he had a short gearing, and he thought it was only him and Marco Morelli out of the front runners who had the short gearing. He said that helped me get
like this, and the tyres are really hot. Unless it's a really, really wet patch, like a puddle, you know, these, even though they're slick tyres, they can really cope with it, can't they?
Riding both wheels through that right-hander. And I discussed it with him, and he said, yes, he said, over the off-season, you know, I was practicing, you know, on the dirt.
Potential future team bosses really do believe him to be one of the special ones. He is the next in line.
Yeah. But so much on the line here in the Rookies Cup action for 20. And they're away. Who makes a good start? VEDA was absolutely superb off the line yesterday. Again,
we're watching Giulio Pugliese and Marco Morelli get a little bit swamped there, but I tell you who else got swamped. Hakim Dinesh, he switched to the inside. A couple of riders switched. He went to the outside. A couple of other riders went to the inside. Relatively safely through at that point. Onto the little short back straight we come. Uriarte, PRATAMA, Gonzalez, Mitani, near enough the same as yesterday's podium.
And this is VEDA again taking an odd line onto that back straight. I really think somehow he's got to get that sorted out, otherwise he's handicapping himself terribly as this race goes on.
First position just behind Lucas Brown, the first-year British Talent Cup graduate.
And VEDA gets pushed aside there. He's lost a couple of places. Zen Mitani and also to the 31 Giulio Pugliese. He's not having a fun time as well. He's got in front of VEDA PRATAMA. So VEDA lost about 3 places on that lap.
So it's the brakes off, and a few riders really struggling there in the braking zone. I wonder if they hit a wet patch and tucked the front almost, but Mitani lost the plate up to 4th.
And Danish and PRATAMA are right together there.
Danish up into 5th now as well, just off the back of this group. He's a real beneficiary of the melee that ensued, turns 1 and 2, but it's Pugliese now leading.
Wants to sign in front of his home crowd. Oh, and he's looking determined. They've been weaving and bucking around there. Okay.
We got VEDA PRATAMA just losing a place to Danish there. So Danish, well, this is what happens then. Danish back to his very best. He moves alongside Brian Uriarte, looks to move up into the Moto3 World Championship with.
And it still is the number 31 in front, Giulio Pugliese, the 16-year-old.
Karpushin's there as well. He obviously had the crash yesterday with VEDA PRATAMA, and that, which, you know, very unfortunate. No long lap for Karpushin. I mean, that was a pure racing incident, but there's that many riders in such a short, literal space. The Venezuelan had that yesterday as well. 146.5 was substantially slower than yesterday, but with the wet patches around, that's no surprise.
He was top 19 or so.
Carter Thompson up into 12th place. Yesterday, he finished up in 6th position. That is a really, really good ride from the Australian.
So he's got to get back to that sort of form.
The step up that Carter Thompson's made this year has been very, very noticeable. Australia, certainly.
Of course, it's his 3rd season, so he will not be back in the Rookies Cup next season.
Oh, not another Holmes has gone down. Oh, that is such a shame. That
this season, so back with the leader then. It is Brian Uriarte, the cap champion, ahead of it.
Moving up into 4th position, the Japanese rider. How about this as an advert for the Asia Talent Cup? 3, 2, 3 and 4 Asia Talent Cup graduates.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Great up the 2nd place, VEDA PRATAMA. Of course, as things finish like this, he would take 2nd place back from Hakim Danish in the cup points.
I should also correct myself. Those are the 3 Asia
It was...
oh, Mitani, sorry,
He's
up the
brave.
inside again, yeah. Foot off the footrest and everything, Peter.
Absolutely, he is so his ride already, but he isn't slowing down at all. He's right on Zen's tail and ahead of Hakim Danish.
What a character, what a character. Go on, Morelli as well, 3 years, but he's already announced to join the Aspar team alongside Maximo Quiles in Moto3 next year. No plan B he came in a Rookies Cup with. Plan
He
A.
had 2 wins. He won in Jerez and Assen last year in Rookies Cup, but although he's got a couple of thirds and a second yesterday, he'd love to sign off with another victory. There he is, the number 95, the Argentine 18-year-old.
And he's got the 95 of Lightning McQueen on top of his helmet as well. He also, Morelli, loves the inside line here at turns 9 and 10. We saw that yesterday. It nearly brought him a bit of grief as well as he cut it too inside a couple of times, nearly clipping the back wheels of various riders.
That's right, but assuming that he's kept the same gearing as yesterday, but he's obviously trying to get away, and he's not getting away from Marco Morelli.
Yeah, Morelli definitely catching him sector by sector, isn't he? And Azales keep it fairly tidy as well. They'll be back on it, and that is not your usual overtaking place for David Gonzalez. Very nicely done indeed. Well done, that man.
He'll go anywhere, won't he, Dave? He's in pick up for Moto3 right for next year. Superb.
Marco Morelli was a second quicker than everybody else on track that time around, near enough. A 1:45.3. Goodness gracious. How fast is that? That graphic on your screen is wrong.
Okay, right. So, Brian Moratti has the advantage. He's now got Marco Morelli locked onto the rear. Pirelli
At turn 2, that's a shame. I think the same happened yesterday, didn't it? Fastest lap of the race earlier in the gravel this time around, unfortunately for the Venezuelan.
need to rejoin the race, so maybe he'll pick up a place again. Here is the 54 of VEDA PRATAMA. Fell off yesterday, but now is
still all to play for, as we know, in Rookies Cup in this final race of the year. Mitani and Pratama, absolutely brilliant, as close as you like. They are not shy one bit, are those boys?
No, that's right. I mean, Zen is really good at wedging himself.
Character, what a character, absolutely love it. Gonzalez moves to the inside, up the inside, and Morelli there, the 95, looks for a little bit of space to get first as well last time around.
Superb stuff. And into something to...
Oh, delicious down, Peter! No! Oh, Hakim!
Well,
what a shame!
I mean, that's pretty much done chances of him.
Oh, Hakim, you break my heart. Oh, what a shame. That's not how you want to sign off from rookies.
No, Marco Morelli has the points. VEDA PRATAMA just has to sort of finish, really, to pick up a couple of points to go back.
Isn't it? Goodness me, well, we turn our attention back then, so it could well be Uriarte and VEDA, your top 2. But who leads from Gonzalez, who really wants that 4th position in the standings?
Marco Morelli said yesterday, he said, when you're aware that the guys around you are battling for the cup and you're not in the running, he said some part of you wants to say, okay, I've just got to race and not make any mistakes. And that's what he did superbly.